Dangerously cheesy. Dangerously cheesy. Dangerously cheesy. Dangerously cheesy. Dangerously cheesy. Dangerously cheesy. dangerously cheesy.
Scree, 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 scree. Hello, everybody. Welcome back, dumpster divers. Let's move this over here. Let's get the stinkos on the screen. Where are my stinkos? Oh, that's what I moved earlier when I was cleaning up stuff. I see. Oh, let me make sure. Are my head pats? Okay, my head pats are a little lower because last stream was a reactive. Let's see. Let's get the boop centered. Perfect. I've got Mix It Up open. I've got everything charged, set up, ready to go. I think we are good here. Welcome in. Let me go through chat here. So Metal was the first Cheeto tonight. We have Cheetos from Grumblebee Bumble, Shy, Vendaris, Triple G, Amari, and Rad. Thank you for the head pats, Grumblebee Bumble. I hope you are Grumblebee having a nice day. Look on the bright side, at least it ain't over 1,000 Cheetos sketches. Look, Shy. It might be someday. I have the fear. Look, my drawing plate looked very different when I created the check-in drawing redeem, and I am very behind. So I just keep putting reminders out there. I don't want anyone to be sorely disappointed, but I am trying to get caught up on commissions more before I go approaching the redeem art. But thank you for your patience, Scree. Grumblebee Scree. Oh, Shy, I'm sorry, your leg's bugging you. Grumblebee got off work, long day at work. Oh, well, I hope you have a Grumblebee nice evening to make up for it. Grumblebee understands. Thank you. Let's see, what was my day? My day, I had to go to the grocery store. That was fine. I got my first pumpkin spice Wawa coffee of the year. I saw that Starbucks had their pumpkin spice, so I was like, okay, Wawa's gotta have their pumpkin spice now too, right? And I was worried because I walked in and they were still advertising like summer sips. They were still pushing their summer beverages, but they did in fact add pumpkin spice to the menu. So I got just a classic pumpkin spice iced coffee. They have a lot of like espressos and lattes and frappuccinos and stuff like that. Well, they don't call them frappuccinos, they're called frozen cappuccinos. I think the next time I go, I want to get a pumpkin chai latte. A cold pumpkin chai latte. Because I think that will be more cinnamony. My problem is that I crave more cinnamon than these cowards are willing to give me. Every, like, cinnamon... Almost every cinnamon treat I've had in recent times, I've been like, it's good, but it could use more cinnamon. So that's where I was with my pumpkin spice today. They had pumpkin spice brulee, but I looked at it and it appears like the only difference is they just add some crumpled up creme brulee pieces, and I don't really like that texture in my drink, which like you'd think I would because like I'm crazy about boba, but those are soft and chewy and expected. Meanwhile, the shards of creme brulee, I've had them before in a Wawa drink and I was not the biggest fan of them. You're just like all of a sudden met with like rock candy consistency. And they're so tiny that it's just like it feels pointless to me. But I'll keep you guys posted on the Wawa pumpkin spice offerings. So I am hella caffeinated. I was up late last night. I definitely got lost in the sauce. I ended up watching some AFI live videos. Depending on who is here, I might show a couple AFI live videos at some point. But the hyperfixation is here. It's here. I mean, we have one new AFI song. We have the titles of the songs. We have the album release date. We have the tour coming up. My show is 49 days away. I have a countdown on the front page of my phone. I am living for making it to that show right now. That is like, that's that over exaggeration, because I'm so excited that it's Halloween season, and on top of that, I get AFI. Like, it's perfect. Actually, a lot of my Halloween seasons in recent memory have had an AFI tinge to them. Last year, well, it was still summer technically. Last year I did see AFI opening for 30 Seconds to Mars, which was unfortunate. I left before 30 Seconds to Mars took the stage because I do not support Jared Leto at all. Although the Morbing shirts in the audience were really funny. The Morbius shirts that people had that was like, it's Morbin time. I'm like, that's good. That's good content. But that show, it was kind of sad for me because I had cheap faraway seats and my friend who was attending was in the pit and I was not, both for money reasons and because of my chronic pain. I don't know what I'm gonna do next month at this AFI show, because the last headlining AFI show I went to was in 2022, and I went with Jade. So, because Jade is in a wheelchair, we were in the ADA section, which was a little far away from the stage. And it was an amazing show, but I did feel a little disconnected being so far back. However, I don't know if my body has the stamina to withstand a pit anymore. Because the last time I was in a pit was last year at Black Audio and Sisters of Mercy. And right after Black Audio ended, I went and I took a seat and I waited to come back into the pit for Sisters of Mercy, and I danced a little bit, and I was so fucking sore leaving that show. But that was, I got to take a break after I was already like, I saw the band I was there to see. Meanwhile, at an AFI show, they're usually close to sold out, if not totally sold out. If you want a good spot in the crowd, you have to get there and hold your spot. So I would have to hope that I can get, first of all, I'd have to wait in line for an excessive amount of time. The last time I had a really close, a genuine front row spot in an AFI show, I waited in line 9 hours. And maybe if the venue is close to a place that we can use the bathroom easily beforehand and I just sit on the pavement, it wouldn't be terrible. But I'm in my 30s. I have fibromyalgia. I have back pain. It's gonna be a really rough call because I really love concerts. I love being in it. I love being close to the stage. Getting to feel the aura of that performance, having Davey Havok potentially, I'm not going to phrase it the way I was going to phrase it, having Davey Havok potentially walk into the crowd and, scream directly in our faces. I was going to say having Davey Havok walk on me. Because that's what he does. He walks on the crowd. He does it during I Hope You Suffer and or God Called In Sick Today. But being close and being up there with the diehard fans instead of being in the back with the fucking posers who are like, oh, I'm only here because I want to hear 1998 songs and fuck them if they play the new shit. I don't want to be around those people. Those people deserve to suffer. Those people deserve the worst spots in the venue. Fuck those people. I hate AFI supposed fans that are like that and still hang around despite not realizing that AFI moved on from how they sounded 25 years ago. I hate being around those people. They ruined the experience for me. Last headliner AFI show I went to in 2022, we had some people in front of us who were bitching about the opener, who is Drab Majesty, who I fucking adore. I love Drab Majesty. It was such a bummer to hear these people bitching about the opener. It's like, don't get here early if you don't want to see the opener. Just wait till after and save your fucking bitching, So, like, I really want to be up there. I want to be with the fans who are as diehard as I am, because AFI concerts are very special to me. They are, like, my favorite thing to go to look forward to dream about. Literally, I have so many dreams about AFI concerts, it's not even funny. And most of them are anxiety dreams about, like, oh no, I'm here late and I don't have my ticket, and oh no. So, like, this is gonna be a hard call for me. I kind of feel like I want to push myself, and if I hurt really bad, then it will be worth it. But my fear is that my pain will start becoming an issue before they take the stage, and that it will be too much for me to handle during the show. Because something like that happened to me back at the Drab Majesty show, actually. I saw Drab Majesty headline back in 2019, and I was in the pit by myself, and I called my Uber while they were doing, like, the second to last song, and I left during the last song because I was doing so poorly. So it's rough out here for a bat. It's rough determining what the right call is going to be. I guess it'll come down to I should call the venue and ask them where their ADA section is and see if seats are available at a reasonable location in the venue. The other thing is I really would love to be there with my friend Raven, because she's traveling down to the show to come see this show specifically with me, and she wants to be in the pit. She wants to be in the front row, and she can handle it because she doesn't have chronic pain like I do. And I really would love to be right next to, you know, one of my best friends who we bond over our shared massive love for this band. We did that at Black Audio last year, and it was amazing. We called out, we let Jade Puget in the back know our appreciation, and Davey Havoc acknowledged us on the mic. He came down and sang to us directly. Like, that was such a cool experience. I really want to get that at an AFI show again. Because my last few AFI shows, I've been in the back or the middle. 2017, I was, like, side stage. It was pretty close to the stage, but it was still kind of out of the crowd. But that wasn't that bad. 2018, it was an outdoor show, and I was pretty far away. And then 2022 was in the ADA section kind of far away. Then last year, in the shitty seats, and I actually missed some of the things that happened on stage because there wasn't, like, cameras running to, like, zoom in and show, like, you know, the performers. So I actually had to watch somebody's fan cam from, like, closer to the front to notice things that happened during the performance. So, like, that's a bummer. I don't want to go through that. I want to be close to the action, you know? Anyways, I'm rambling. I did put in the title, I am info dumping about AFI tonight. Yes, we're listening to Black Audio currently, because I wanted to save the AFI for when I'm actually drawing. Because I'm thinking about Crash Love tonight. I'm thinking about Crash Love. I'm also thinking about Behind the Clock. I actually haven't listened to Behind the Clock in, like, a week. I need to listen to it. I'm trying not to burn myself out on the new song, because I know we're going to have the full album in, like, 5 weeks. So I'm trying not to overdo it on listening to Behind the Clock on repeat. I have already listened to it on repeat multiple days. I have listened to it probably 30 times. Chart karaoke again soon. Informal karaoke tonight, absolutely. I'm in the mood. Proper karaoke, I do want to do a proper karaoke stream. It's been a very long time. What's AFI? Oh, Ymir. Oh, Ymir. Do we want to open that box? Short answer, AFI is my favorite band. They are a band with, or their origins are in punk, in hardcore punk, but they have evolved their sound over the years to be all kinds of different flavors of rock music. Right now, they're kind of taking on a late 70s, early 80s gothic, post-punk, death rock kind of sound. There's been times where they've been referred to as emo, times that they've been referred to as punk. They're really incredible, and I love them, and that's all there is to say without me getting too deep into it. Thought it was something else, like alternative frequency integers. There's also the American Film Institute. Guys, it is so hard looking for content for AFI, because if people don't tag it as a Fire Inside, which is what AFI the band stands for, then it's all freaking American Film Institute. It is, so whenever I post AFI stuff, I have to use both hashtags AFI and then a fire inside. All one word to, like, make it more visible. Maybe the three of them need to fight to the death for who keeps the acronym. I wonder who had it first. I don't know how long the American Film Institute has been a thing, but AFI has been a band for about 34 years now. They started in, I want to say, 1991, if I'm not mistaken. So, I don't know. And it didn't always stand for a fire inside. When they started the acronym, they didn't have a set name. So they actually used it to play around with different acronyms. But somewhere around, like, 1997, they decided to make it mean a fire inside, and that's what it's permanently been since. American Film Institute has been around since at least the 1950s, so chances are American Film Institute wins. Shit. Fuck. No. No, I refuse. I wonder if there's anybody out there who is like, yes, I am a film lover. Let me go look up the American Film Institute, AFI, and then they discover, like, Miss Murder, and they're like, oh, I quite like this. I would really love to know if that's somebody's origin story for becoming an AFI fan, because that would be beautiful. I would love that for them. But yeah, I'll save you from going deeper into my love for AFI. But you stick around these streams, you're gonna get it all, especially because the new album's coming out very soon, and I will be playing it on stream a lot. I'll be talking about it. I will be. You guys, I don't know how many of you guys are prepared for how I am going to be in the next 2 months. Because the stream after I get back from the concert, I'm gonna be insane. Okay? I am going to be inconsolably, like, unstoppably just info dumping and gushing and hyperfixating, all of that good shit. That does remind me of a very different incident in my life, which is how I discovered, I'm assuming that's supposed to say penis? Don't leave safe search off if you're Google, if you're gonna let your kids have access to it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is how many letters that was censored, huh? Guys, you know what my first introduction to porn was? It's really unfortunate. I was in the 7th or 8th grade. I was in middle school. And I was doing a school project. I went to go print out my school project, and something started coming out of the printer when I turned it on. It was dozens and dozens of pages of a porn webpage that we determined came from my stepfather. And I had to, like, go to my mom with this stack of fucking images. Like, I took me long enough to shut it off that at least a dozen pages got printed out before, and it was supposed to be, like, out of, like, 90, and I was, like, panicking. I'm like, what is going on? What did I do? And I looked at it, I'm like, what the fuck? So I went to my mom, and I was just like, these started printing out? I promise it wasn't me? And it really wasn't. I was very sheltered. I did not find illicit things on the internet as a kid. I was very, very if it wasn't DeviantArt or Gaia Online or a video game, like, I didn't know about it. And actually, I think my brother got blamed for it at first before he defended himself and said, this wasn't me. This was probably our stepfather. Guys, do you know what happened again, like, 6 months later? The same fucking thing. This crusty old man, this motherfucker, I hate my stepfather for the record. This motherfucker was such an idiot that he hit the print button on his porn sites twice while the printer was off and didn't realize it, and left his fucking children to discover it. Was his stepchildren. Like, ugh. What the hell? I just realized your character model is a short stack. I would call this a chibi model, personally. I don't, I'm not, my character is not designed to be a short stack. In fact, I'm taking the tits off. I asked Glow for a non-binary toggle. I'm taking the tits off, baby. We possibly need a little reminder of people that my pronouns are they, them. Because I have had a lot of misgenders in the past few streams, which, for the record, if you're out there and you have misgendered me, I forgive you. It's okay. We'll keep trying. I understand that my voice and my avatar do come off as very femme-coding, but the they them pronouns are important to me, so this is the blanket reminder for everybody. Mine was misspelling cartoon sacks. No, Ymir. That's terrible. Oh, guys. Oh. So, what do we have on screen right now, guys? We have, I have a story for those of you who were not here on Sunday. Amari says, Char may forgive you, but Amari will remember. Amari always remembers. Amari is the one with the knives. You see that sword in their name? You see that? They have weapons. I don't. I'm just a little bat. All I have is cheese. Amari, though, Amari has knives. I drew them with a knife. They have a knife. At least 2. There they are. There they are. So I have to tell you guys a story for those of you who weren't here on Sunday. On Sunday, I did a Pokemon Soul Link Nuzlocke. We started, rather. It's not over. It's not over by any means. Me and Alex are taking a break from the Drawing Infinite Fusion series to do a Soul Link Nuzlocke together. What's a Soul Link Nuzlocke? What's a Nuzlocke? If you don't know, Nuzlocke is the name of a challenge in Pokemon where there's 2 main rules to it. One of them is that you can only catch 1 Pokemon per route, and you have to catch the first thing you run into. If you fail to catch it, you do not get to have a Pokemon from that route. So if I go to Route 2 and I see something and I accidentally kill it, I don't get a Pokemon from that route. I just have to cope. A Soul Link means that me and Alex both have to catch the Pokemon in order for us to keep it. So if I catch my Route 2 Pokemon and he doesn't, I don't get to keep mine. It has to be released. It's especially complicated because we're playing Infinite Fusion, which means we're actually catching 2 Pokemon per route, and we are using fusions basically exclusively. But that means we have to collectively between us succeed in 4 encounters to keep all of our Pokemon, right? Because, like, let's say we have our first encounter on Route 1, we both catch it. Excellent. We have our second encounter on Route 1, he gets it, I fuck it up, we don't get that second Pokemon, and he has to let his go. So that's what the Soul Link is. The other rule, and why the Soul Link matters, is that if your Pokemon faints, if your Pokemon hits 0 HP, they are dead. You have to either release them or put them in a death box. You are no longer allowed to use that Pokemon permanently. And that's the big Nuzlocke challenge, is the permanence of death. And the Soul Link means that if my Route 1 Pokemon dies, then Alex has to let his Pokemon go as well. So if mine dies, his dies. If his dies, mine dies. So those are the primary rules to the Soul Link Nuzlocke.
What is it? Ah, my bits!
Mio! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you for spoiling me. I love you. I smooch you on the forehead. Mwah. Hi, Iona. Char cute. Well, Iona cute. How about that? Hi, Dude Manjo. So, alright. Now that you know what a Soul Link Nuzlocke is, if you didn't, we started our Soul Link Nuzlocke on Pokemon Infinite Fusion. One of the special things we get to do is because we're doing a slightly randomized run. So Alex's starter was a Tauros and my starter was a Pumpkaboo. And, you know, we caught our Route 1 Pokemon, whatever, nothing really special. And then I went back to train. I was just trying to farm XP, and I run into this guy. This is a shiny Swinub. And if you guys know about shiny Pokemon, you're thinking, oh, what? That's like a 1 in 4,000 chance? No. It was a 1 in 8,000 chance. This is the old shiny rates. Back when it was really rare. Thank you for the lurk, Mio. I'm a mod, so I just enforce Char's thoughts and rules. Yes. So, in Nuzlocke, there is usually various exceptions. One of them is called the Shiny Clause. If you find a shiny, you are allowed to catch it. So, I successfully caught the shiny Swinub, which means Alex went and caught a Pokemon to link it to. And since it was a special boy, I fused it with my Pumpkaboo starter. This is not the shiny sprite. I don't know how to find the shiny Infinite Fusion sprite, but this is what it looked like. Imagine this, but a more sickly gray color with blue stripes. I was a little upset. It was a little uggo. It was an ugly boy, but it was a special boy, so I loved him anyway. So I went to fight the first trainer on Route 22. And the first trainer, Alex had already fought it. Like, it was not a big deal for Alex. He breezed through the encounter. So he told me, oh, there's a trainer on Route 22. They only have one Pokemon. It's a Pidgey-Spearow Fusion, level 7. So I walked into the encounter with a level 7 Pumpkaboo Swinub Fusion and a level 3 Diglett that I had not yet trained up. And I thought I would be okay. I did not consider the matchup of a normal type Pokemon against my ghost Pokemon. Because my Pumpkaboo Fusion only knew a few moves. Well, of course, it only knew 4 moves. Its only attacking moves were Tackle and Astonish, which is a ghost type move. It then had this move called Trick or Treat, which is a specific move to Pumpkaboo. And Trick or Treat adds the ghost type to the Pokemon you're fighting. In my mind, I kept on looking at that Trick or Treat move being like, oh, great, this is a way for me to let ghost type attacks hit normal types, because normal type Pokemon are usually immune to ghost attacks. Just like the same as in reverse, my ghost type Pokemon was immune to getting hit by normal attacks. However, I fucked up. I should not have used Trick or Treat. Because I used Trick or Treat, I made the Pidgey-Spearow Fusion immune to my only 2 offensive attacks. I could not hit it with Tackle. I could not hit it with Astonish. So my only other option was to hit it with Confuse Ray over and over and let it hit itself. However, the Pidgey-Spearow Fusion had Sand Attack, which lowers your accuracy, which means I kept getting spammed with Sand Attack against me, and my accuracy was so low that almost all of my attempts to use Confuse Ray were missing. And meanwhile, it had moved on from spamming Sand Attack to spamming its offensive move, which was not super effective, but it was strong enough and only took about 3 or 4 hits to drop my HP to 0. And because I didn't train the Diglett to be able to handle anything, the Diglett was useless. So we lost that run. I whited out. Both of my Pokemon died, which means we had to restart. So I actually had to delete a shiny. And so that is why we have Pumpkaboo and Shiny Swinub on the screen, because I'm going to draw a memorial to this special boy. I only knew him for about 45 minutes, but he will never be forgotten. Here's the thing though, guys. His, this Shiny Swinub died, didn't die for nothing, because we started our second run, and guess what I found on Route 1? Me and my Pumpkaboo starter, we found a Zubat. So you know what I got to do? I got to fuse Pumpkaboo with Zubat, and let me see if I can show you guys what that looks like. Because I think I have the fusion calculator up. I need you guys to see how perfect this boy is. Pumpkaboo. And then Zubat. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look at this. Have you ever seen a more perfect creature? Does this not scream Trash Bat Chardio? It's a Pumpkaboo bat. Like, that's my starter. So guess what? Now, I love this thing so much that I'm going to weep if it dies. So, me and Alex didn't really have to grind, because Alex's starter is a Tauros, and it's pretty powerful. So he's not having that many issues on his file. On my file, I was insistent on training this thing up as far as I could before I took on that trainer. And we actually had an issue, because I did actually white out at the trainer again, but that's because I kept on saying, I want to train more. I want to level this up higher. It was at level 9, and Alex was like, no, you can do it. And I was like, okay. I literally remember saying these exact words to him. I said, all right, I'm gonna go fight it, but if I lose, I am never letting you live this down. So guess what? I lost. So we decided to invoke an exception because I was not ready for that encounter and I was peer pressured into it. And we had already reset once. I don't know if that took away our only revive, because me and Alex were going to do, hey, stream chat gets to decide a once per run revive. So I think that might have burned up our revive. I think. I'll have to ask him what he feels. I like, as much as I hate to say it, I think it should count as our one revive. But I don't know, because again, I was not going to go fight that trainer, but Alex was insistent, and some people in chat were insistent. So I'm listening to myself from now on. I'm being very careful. I was able to convince Alex for us to level up our entire team to level 12. And I requested that our starter be a couple levels higher, and Alex agreed because it will basically be our ace. Because, you go into a gym fight, and they have their Pokemon that is the highest level, that's their ace. So our ace has to at least be the same level as their ace. And if there's a type disadvantage, then perhaps a couple extra levels. We don't have a level cap, but we are trying to be reasonable about keeping the levels relatively equal to what we're fighting. But I ain't fucking around, okay? If I lose this thing, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We learned about the Dragon Rage clause the hard way. Yes, that's the other thing we ran into. So there is this move in Pokemon called Dragon Rage, and Dragon Pokemon you usually don't see until late game, right? Dragon Rage always does 40 damage. It doesn't miss, it doesn't crit, it always does exactly 40 damage. However, we're in the early game, and our Pokemon have like 20 HP. So I ran into a Dragon type that was level 3. And it hit me with Dragon Rage as its first move, and it one-hit KO'd me. And I was so terrified. But then chat told us, hey, there's a clause in Nuzlocke called the Dragon Rage clause, where you are allowed to come back from Dragon Rage until you have more than 40 HP. Once your HP is over 40, then you have to deal with the effects of Dragon Rage. But a level 3 Pokemon having a one-hit KO move is bullshit. And everyone agreed, so we invoked the Dragon Rage clause. Because normal games, you don't run into Dragon Pokemon on Route 1. But Infinite Fusion Randomizer, there are some dragons afoot. So, yeah. So that's where we're at with the Nuzlocke. I did some spreadsheeting. I did some spreadsheeting. Me and Alex, after stream on Sunday, we both sat in a call and made spreadsheets of our team comps. So we have a cheat sheet telling us our resistances, our strengths, our immunities, and we kind of like, we're looking at our team compositions, being like, okay, what are we hoping to achieve? Like, what types do we need? Who needs to replace what Pokemon, etc. And we are both very excited for the next Nuzlocke episode. When not all is right. When everything's wrong. Alright, I'm gonna drink some water because I just yapped a whole bunch. Alright, that water bottle's done. I gotta use the bathroom, but I can wait 20 minutes. I usually wait to do bathroom trip until ad break.
Dangerously cheesy.
Because I want to get started here. Because ideally, my goals for tonight are to draw the memorial for the Swinub Pumpkaboo fusion. I need to finish shading one of my last Evolution fusions so I can finish the Evolution series and post it. And then I want to get started on commission. Well, I want to continue a commission. I did the sketch already. Hi, Estella. Don't tell. We miss everyone, and I won't let on that everything's wrong. How you doing, Estella? It's good to see you. Far below, yet not beneath all the basement, all the basement. Doing all right. How are you? I'm pretty good, Estella. I had my first pumpkin spice coffee of the year. I had a delicious dinner with the wife. And I have energy rare, and I'm raring to go. I'm ready to work on art this week. I will keep you cold and clean. Far below, yet not beneath all the basement. Alright, let's make that flatter. So my biggest problem with the Swinub Pumpkaboo Fusion in-game, where's the tuft? Where is the swirly Pumpkaboo tuft? That is important to a Pumpkaboo design. You cannot have a Pumpkaboo Fusion that doesn't have that. Just like my design, you have to have the Pumpkaboo tuft, right? You know what, let's I just realized this album I had on's over. Okay, let's where is my playlist at? I'll put the big playlist on shuffle for now, and when I'm ready, I'll put on the album I want to listen to. Let's see what we get.
Dangerously cheesy.
Hi, Zeus. Hello, hello, how are you? Hydrate? You got it. I just finished one water bottle, so let me grab the new one. My other problem with the canon Pumpkaboo is that they usually look kind of sad. They have like this like frown face. So I usually kind of curl up the corners to make it more like a cat 3 mouth. Now, do I also include the Swinub snout? I feel like I should. It looks a little Diglett-ish. Alright, and then we want the stripes. Thank you for the head pats. And now Swinub usually has like a little bit of tufts coming off of here. Let's see, if I turn it like this. Oh, Days of the Phoenix, what a perfect song. In my head, I was like, wait, is there an O at the beginning of this song? A Davey Havok O? And I guess no, there isn't in the recorded version, but there is when he performs it live. I was told the story of crushed velvet candle, wax and dried up flowers, the figure on the bed, all dressed up in her scarlet, beckoning to sleep, offering her dream. What's worse, mystical as burning animals, the circle of rage, the ghost on the stage appeared. Time was so tangible, I'll never let it go. Ghost stories handed down, rich secrets on us below. No one could see me. Oh, I fell into yesterday. All dreams seem not far away. I want to stay. So Swinub has the downturned closed eyes, but Pumpkaboo has these very alert open eyes. But since I'm doing Pumpkaboo head, Swinub body, I guess I keep the Pumpkaboo face mostly, because I'm already adding the nose, which is, you know, an addition that isn't in the sprite, but this is my version of what I think this boy should have looked like. Rich secret tunnels below. Oh, I fell into yesterday. Oh, all dreams seem not far away. I want to stay. Blitzy! Hi, Blitzy! Guess what? I'm actually hoping to work on your drawing tonight after I do this Pokemon stuff. But it's good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. Sonic Man says it's 9 p.m. and I'm having pizza and cereal. Before you ask why, it's 9 at night and I'm too lazy to cook and it's right in the open. Sonic Man, I understand. I live off of granola many days when I am not ready to cook. Pizza and cereal at the same time, though? Tell me more. What kind of cereal? What kind of pizza? I'm a little scared of that flavor combo. No one could see me. Oh, I don't like the nose. Hold on. I fell into yesterday. Our dreams seem not far away. I want to stay. I fell into fantasy. Our dreams seem not far away. Our dreams seem not far away.
Dangerously cheesy.
Our dreams seem not far away. Pepperoni pizza and the cereal's Raisin Bran Crunch. Okay, so are you like taking a bite of pizza and then taking a bite of Raisin Bran and then taking a bite of pizza, or did you like have a bowl of cereal and go, I need more food, and have pizza? And did you do a palate cleanser in between? Hi, Glow. How are you? It's good to see you. Oh, you know what? I forgot to go into my my Discord, VC. What we captured got away. Slip from us. Don't speak. Don't say anything. They've been recording all we say. For years now. You won't see them right away, but you'll hear them singing. Hold me closely now, but don't say anything. They've come to take me away and won't leave until I'm gone. I'm gone. It's not like that. The pizza is the side dish. I'm just imagining like a bowl of cereal, a glass of orange juice, an apple, like the standard breakfast layout, and then just this like plate with like these tiny little slices of pizza. Like instead of hash browns, you just have like too many slices of pizza, you know? Alright, my one thing I need to solve with this fusion is I hate how the tufts look like tentacles. It also doesn't make a lot of sense. So I tried like putting the tufts on the back. Let's see what happens if I do a smaller tuft. The problem is it looks like facial hair, and I'm just not into that. That's not as terrible as I thought, actually. Hold on. Let's erase some of this. Oh, I had this on 2 layers? Fuck. They'll say, relax, you'll be fine. All we love goes away. What do you think, guys? tufts on the front that look like facial hair, or do I keep them as a perfect loaf? Hold on, let me... Okay, if I do this and do this. Oh, hold on. Turn that on. Okay, there we go. Now I can group those together. We can do option 1 or option 2. Option 1 or option 2. What if you made him all shaggy at the bottom like a Scotty dog? I mean, I started, like, I tried to do that a little bit here. Let's see. Like, what I did, I turned it upside down and I did the shape of the tufts. So we'll just make him, like, as tufty as possible. Like, I think it looks better without the face tuft, but also this is what it looked like in game. So, like, should I honor that a little bit, you know? Text your vote to Cheeto. Can we skip that? Thank you. I'm not a big fan of Extremists. It's the one Davey Havoc project I don't listen to much. I have to be in a certain mood. I've seen a lot that it's from you. No sincerity. Lost in a world that has gone to black. All right, I'm hearing no votes on this this decision here. It's a goober who couldn't figure out their own face. Lost in a world that has gone to black. I'm guiding you and gratitude is mine. I'm miles away. He looks like a wise old man. I would trust him with my car keys. Okay, I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna keep it. Let's see, the one thing I want to do is flip this horizontal because I know it looks off. Liquify tool, my beloved. Who would I be without this liquify tool? Let's see, let's center this a little bit more. Bring this one in a little bit. Lost in a world that has gone to black. Lost in the until I finally find the God in you and gratitude is mine. I'm miles away. Lost in a world that has gone to black. Lost in myself until I finally find the God in you and gratitude is mine. I'm miles away. All right. I think this special boy is ready for line art. Oh, that's way too thin. That's way too thick. A little in the middle. Here comes a special boy. That's literally what I said, Glow, when the fusion was happening. That's literally what I said. I clipped it because I was like, here comes a special boy. And then this thing in Pyro was here, and I was like, oh. Like the disappointment in my voice when I just said, oh. In the calm tonight, this does drown. What follows me as the widest lace of light just begs to be in mood. Has led me to this place where I belong with all the rest. We gotta hydrate, we gotta stretch. Ooh. I don't like how this transition looks. Hold on. All insects sing tonight, the coldest sound. I'd send God's grace tonight. Could it be found? What follows? Oh. Another Davey Havoc voice. Bite Ashes, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome in. Enjoy your stay in the dumpster. It is an art night. I am usually doing art. However, I did do a lot of gaming in the past couple days. I played Fortnite yesterday, and then I played Sly Cooper for the first time. And I think I'm gonna keep playing Sly Cooper on stream. Ideally once a week. On sinking ground. Alright, let me get that hydrate. Hello, hello, how are you? Are you having a nice night or time zone? And feel free to share how you found your way here. I always like to hear where people came from. Cool art, thank you. I'm drawing a memorial to a Pokemon that I lost in a Nuzlocke on Sunday. I had a fusion between a shiny Swinub and a regular Pumpkaboo, and it looked like this, but a little sicklier looking because I couldn't find the shiny sprite. And we had to delete that file and restart, so I'm drawing a memorial. There's an update for Fortnite this morning. I heard. Last night was my first time playing this season, so I'm a little, like, out of the loop. Helicopters and roly-polies? Okay, okay. Well, let me get this stretch in before my ad break. I do have an ad break starting in 90 seconds. I will be stepping away for a few minutes during the ad break, so you will not miss any content. What a good song. Metal, we have got to play Fortnite together sometime. I, like, pretty much only play Fortnite when I'm invited to, because I don't initiate a lot of gaming collabs because of how, like, most nights that I stream are art nights. But if someone invites me, I usually throw down whatever I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. Hi, Caduceus. Why are we Rat Boy squinting? Just because Rat Boy? Or are you squinting at me in judgment? I feel so judged by that Rat Boy, you know? Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is so hollow, this is so hollow, forbidden forever, that's where I will follow. This is so hollow, this is so hollow, tonight will come to life. Whoa, 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 whoa. I love the new Pog emote. Soot did such a good job on that. I'm here forever, it's when I will follow. Tonight will come to life. Whoa, 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 hallowed, 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 hallowed. Wait a minute, Caduceus, is it hollowed or wallow in that part? I thought it was hollowed. Am I about to find out that I've been singing it wrong for you? You have no idea, okay? Nobody does. I bet Davey Havoc doesn't even know. When I get back from ad break, I have to talk about Davey Havoc's new blog post. Because I actually had a video pulled up for it. Anyways, I need to go pee. I'm gonna be right back. Screed. Welcome back from ad break, guys. Let me get set back up here. Aw, oh, man, I missed the dream car song!
I call it bold and brash. More like belongs in the trash!
Beautiful. Okay, let me fix this line first before I go getting distracted.
We do it just a little bit better at Wawa.
I was there today. Today was a Wawa day. I got my Wawa iced coffee, pumpkin spice, first of the year. Nobody knew, nobody trying to see the subtle reaction. It's a subtle reaction. So my subtle reaction. Share my subtle reaction. Reaction. I was only ever lonely in a crowded room until I saw heartbreak in you. And when I saw heartbreak in you, my heart ached. I was only ever lonely in a crowded room until I saw heartbreak in you. And when I saw heartbreak in you. Alright, let me get this tuft on, because I need it. Let's see. Thicker line, there we go. As they floated above us, we sunk ourselves. No one but you could see me melt. Saw your subtle reaction. It's a subtle reaction. And felt that tragic attraction. Wait, Kofi, Melly, hold on. Hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean, Kofi support? Hold on. Oh, is it a commission? Oh. Oh ho ho. Hold up a moment. With that glow in the dark. Ooh, hold on. I need to look at this. I need to look at this. And when I saw heartbreak in you, my heart ached. Come on, show me. I wanna see the details. No, what do you mean I have to log in? Okay, hold on. I'm going on my computer. My heart ached. It's a subtle reaction.
Dangerously cheesy.
And a tragic attraction. I was only ever lonely in a crowded room until I saw heartbreak in you. And when I saw heartbreak in you, my heart ached. Hi, Redria. Welcome in. Sorry, I'm vibing. I'm also trying to look up this Kofi commission I just got. Okay, view details. I need to see. I'm so excited. Do I have... Okay, there's the attachment. Let me look at this. Oh my god, there's so many steps. Just let me look at the PNG, please. Open file. Come on. Oh, we got a jester. Oh my god, I'm getting a raid. Gage, welcome in. Welcome in, raiders. Hello, hello. How are you? Were you arting? You were arting. Do you have an art tax to pay? I would love to see it. Hi, Score Bunny. Welcome, welcome in, raiders. If it's your first time meeting me, my name is Trashbat Char. My pronouns are they, them. You can call me Char or Trashbat. I'm primarily an art streamer, although I've been doing a little more gaming lately, but you are here on an art night. It's a little weird looking right now, but I am drawing a memorial to a Pokemon that got killed in a Nuzlocke challenge on Sunday. Me and my friend Alex are playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion. I fused a Pumpkaboo with a shiny Swinub. Yes, a shiny. A 1 in 8,000 chance shiny. This is not what the shiny looked like. I couldn't find the shiny sprite. But I'm drawing my own version. But it died. It died in its first trainer encounter. It died to a Pidgey Spearow. So we had to restart. So I had to delete this special boy. So I am drawing a memorial to our special lad. And then hopefully later tonight we'll also be working on a commission. But I am going to hopefully be drawing all week. I'm hoping every weeknight this week is going to be an art night. So if you like art, if you like Pokemon, if you like occasional games, and if you like wife smooches, my wife isn't here right now, but if she was, I would smooch her now. Then enjoy, and if not, no worries. McGage, if you do need a raid and run, there's no obligation to stick around. You know, please take care of yourself first and foremost. But I hope you had a good time arting and streaming, and I hope you're having a lovely night. And thanks for coming in with the raid, Redria. Or did you come in with the raid? Did you get here before the raid? Either way. Always good to see Redria. Always, always good. Shuffle really likes Streamcar tonight, and I'm okay with this. Feeling unrest. She said there was much more to be. He wrote his friend, and she said, you need to read more magazines. He took a walk west on a summer night to see how it felt, how he dressed. She said, oh, those shoes were killing me. Just another night
Dangerously cheesy.
on the town. Okay, the snout needs to be rounder, actually. Is dragged down, boys will be boys, boys will be boys, and when the images blur, you know, girls will be girls, girls will be girls, however you prefer your... Twitch is real refusing to load your stream for me. Hang on while I fiddle with computer. You got it, Chief. I am sorry Twitch is being so rude. Hi, Melivora. Welcome in. How are you? I have it playing, but it's lagging. Oh, my... Oh.
Dangerously cheesy.
One moment, folks. I hope I'm still live. Things are running very poorly. I don't know how to make it stop. I'm just kind of observing. It keeps dropping to 0 and then coming back up. I don't want to restart, but this doesn't seem to be clearing up.